Notts County Talk, we are back live for the Pavis Perspective, episode 26. It is the Grimsby and Barnet preview, both at Meadow Lane. 2 home games in a week feels like a massive treat after, I feel like I've not been there for a while, or for a league game for a very long time.
Feels like ages.
It does. George, how are you doing?
Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad. It feels like forever since we've been down to watch a game, like you just said, doesn't it? But really looking forward to the next few weeks. The next week, I suppose. I'm glad that Barnet did get rearranged for the date. It has been as well, because it just makes sense, doesn't it? Just makes sense.
Yeah, it does. I mean, I'm not only looking forward to the next few weeks, I'm looking forward to the next month or so. If we can get a good run going, the way it's going to be, it's literally Saturday, Tuesday. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be very, very interesting. So loads and loads to talk about. And I'm feeling pretty positive on tonight's show. Even to everyone that is joining us, Ellie, Max. You might have noticed on our thumbnail and at the top of our background here that we are now powered by Bytes computers. We have teamed up with Bytes for the remainder of this season. We'll be sponsoring the Pavis Perspective, and it just allows us to do so much more. We've got a giveaway coming up with Bytes computers, and it just means that we can do sort of our own giveaways. They are a computer repair shop in Magpies, and a few of you might have probably used Bytes. It's a Notts County fan run business, so we are partnering with them for the remainder of the season, aren't we, George?
Yeah, we are. Yeah, it's a great opportunity for us, isn't it, Ray? Something like that.
Yeah, exciting times. And as I say, giveaway coming up, and there will be a link, and there is a link in the description of this video to the website for Better Bytes computers. I did something this week, George, and I messaged you about it after the Bromley game. I had a bit of not a rant. I was gutted, wasn't I? I was gutted, and I was even out for a. Ian says no jackets on the poll. I know, jacket potatoes on the poll. I know, but I've picked these 4, and it's taken a week of discussion, hasn't it, George? But we've gone with them. Back to it. You distracted me, Ian, with the jacket potato question. I did something. I was out for a meal on Saturday night, actually. Didn't look at my phone. Looked before I went in the meal. 0-0 Chesterfield game. Come out, I've lost 1-0. And I'm sort of thinking it couldn't have gone worse. It couldn't have gone worse, could it, George?
No.
It literally couldn't. So I did something that I really don't. I very, very rarely do. I switched off from football for a good 2 or 3 days. The football side of things, completely switched off from it, and just took a little bit of time to, I don't know, assess the situation, because I was absolutely gutted. But what do you make of that game?
Yeah, it's not good enough, is it? But you also can't take too much away from Bromley. They're a good side. Just a good outfit. We knew it was going to be difficult. That is one of the games where we'd sort of discussed before, where if we were going to go there, it'd be one of those games where we'd pick a point up. Played well in the first half, struggled in the second to work our way into it. Not taken the chances that we did have. So we're kind of our own worst enemy in that sense, I think, because we did have the chances in that game to score. But then, another disappointing thing as well is that we've conceded from a set piece. It's obviously something that we don't want, and something that has crept in the last couple of games, last few games, hasn't it? Really, it's conceding from set pieces again. So something that we want to stamp out again fairly quickly. But I mean, these things have to happen in football. That's football, like these results are going to happen now and again. You're going to have those weeks where everyone's just not on it. And here's me sat here thinking that's all I hope it is. It was just a bad week. And we can just get back on it now and get back to winning ways and get a good run together. Because, 1 point from Woodstone and Bromley away, for me, it's nowhere near good enough. And
for everyone.
Yeah, exactly. And they'd expect better of themselves. So you can't be too harsh on them, because you know that they've set them standards high, and the standards are high at Notts. They always talk about what they want to achieve this year. So, yeah, I was so downhearted. I was sort of in the same boat as you, sort of switched off to it a little bit for a day or two. Sort of got over it, and then back watching videos on YouTube about Notts and stuff like that. But It was interesting actually to sort of talk about videos on YouTube. I don't know if you've seen the one with the goalkeeping coach that they've just released.
I thought it was great. I think it was
Really
good.
good.
Yeah,
really, really good. Enjoyed watching
very, very good. And one thing I picked out from that, and I know they were just, if you haven't seen it, the video starts off by them doing, they're not letting the ball bounce, and our new keeper was the best of the bunch.
Yeah.
You know, very calm with his feet. I know it's only a small thing, but yeah, But I was thinking as well. So I switched off all of Sunday. Obviously, switched off Monday, Tuesday. I was at work. I couldn't watch the video of Colin's funeral. Did have a look back at that, and we'll get onto that later. With obviously the Grimsby game being a big attendance for that. But the football side of things completely switched off. And I was sort of thinking to myself as well, and I was coming back into the headspace on Wednesday. We've been in this league 3 years now, and not once, correct me if I'm wrong, not once have we been top. Not once have we been in striking distance of being top. We're always a few. We were top at the start of the season with a 5.
I was just going to say, I'm sure it was top at the start of the season.
I get that.
No, but I mean, when it counts.
When it counts. We've never been close to being top. We've never sort of thought we're in the driving seat. You know, I get we always say about the Barrow season where they went up and football was curtailed, but we were still like 7 or 8 points behind. We're never in touching distance of being top. And personally, I don't think that's good enough. First season, okay. To be in this league 3 years and be the size of the club not so, and have the players we've got, not saying we're a big club, we deserve things, but to never be top and to never be close to being top, when you think about it, it's why we're so gutted. Like, if we'd have picked up the points with our games down, we could be looking at nearly being top. You know, whether things have gone in our favour or not, games postponed. Without the games postponed, you know, we'd have played Dover, would have played Barnet. I'd hope we'd have won those. We'd be near the top now. But we never seem to be there. We seem to have too much to do all the time. And the games postponed for me is a massive thing. We have too much to do. The table, I know the table doesn't read true at the minute because of the games in hand. But when you look at the club, Max says we seem to be the almost club. I agree. I really agree. That's the perfect thing to say. We're never there. I've never once gone into it and thought, yeah, we're really gonna have it. Ian says we were on a roll that first season. We were on a roll, and I think we would have caught them. But I know that this season,
you'll never know.
We'll never know. But I at some point this season, I do think it will happen. I think we'll be there and we'll be looking and thinking, look, we're close, but we need to put that behind us now. We've had our blip.
No, I think it'd be hypocritical of me to sort of say, like, agree with what you're saying there, because I do agree with what you're saying, as in we've not really been top and we've not really been that dominant. We do leave ourselves with too much to do. But up until last week, I've really felt like there was something about this season where things are sort of turning our way a little bit. You know, we're really not a million miles away, like you say. If we win the games in hand, we're near the top. But it's just like, I don't know how to put it into words, but it's like every time we get close, we fall back. It's like there's always like a bit of a leak somewhere, and you know, it comes seeping through, and we go on a bad run of results, and we don't get where we want to be and where we need to be really, or want to be.
Or in this case, the little leak was that the games were postponed.
Yeah.
It's frustrating.
Yeah, it is. But I mean, you know, a side that get promoted in automatic are a side that take those challenges on, pull their socks up, get through it, and get the results, aren't they? You know, they're not a side that you know, take the excuses. And to be fair to Birchnell, he's not really used the excuses for the postponements, has he? So you got to give him some credit for that. But we need to see answers on the pitch, I think, now, because two games where we're not getting a result is not good enough.
No, Chris says here, four out of the next 6 games at home, Dover and working away. It's now or never. I agree. I mean, I sort of, as the days went on, I was gutted. But I got to Wednesday and I'm thinking, look, Grimsby, they've turned it around a tiny bit. They're still on an absolute slide. They'd won the league in October, do you remember? And it produced the best away day in a long time. The last minute Ruben goal, like, brilliant moment. And just to have them now at home on the match day that it's going to be packed out, you know, the occasion it's going to be for Colin as well, and then Barnet. Barnet are in absolute mess at the minute. I mean, there's allegations flying around the club, and if we didn't beat Barnet, I'd be shocked. I mean, they're in an absolute
especially
mess.
at home.
Yeah, I feel very confident with that Barnet game, but these two games, big games, and to have them at Meadow Lane for once, it's fallen nicely. It's fallen really nicely.
It has, yeah. It has.
Yeah. If you haven't voted on the poll, you can have a look. We don't have jacket potato as an option. We don't have fries because I just didn't include fries. George wanted Dauphinoise on there, but I said we're not that fancy on the channel, George. Not having Dauphinoise. We wanted potato skins as well. We don't do that on this channel.
Discriminative, isn't it, really?
Yeah, we've got mash, hash browns, chips, roasties, classics. Grimsby lost last 8 away games, scoring 3. Does that worry anyone? Yeah, I'm superstitious, but I seem to think that's got to come to an end. But I do fancy us on Saturday. I really do. I do fancy us. Let's go on to our first point then, George. We've looked at the last few games. Transfer window is now shut for teams to come in and buy our players.
Yeah.
Happy, or did you never think it was going to happen anyway?
There's always that bit of doubt, isn't there, when you're hearing all the scouts that are at the game and certain clubs are after certain players. But yeah, I'm happy. We've kept the squad together. Made a couple of decent additions. I think Zach Brunt's we yet to see the best of him. So yeah. I think we're looking sound. I was almost convinced Tashamango was leaving. Tashamango, however you say his name, was leaving Chesterfield though. There just seemed to be so many things that were aligning. Like they signed that striker, didn't they? And it was rumoured that Sunderland were coming in for him or whoever it was, and just never sort of materialised. Hearts, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Just never materialised, did it? So yeah.
No, it didn't. It didn't. We'll come on to that point in a second about a striker, Max. Yeah, part of me thinks this league is so strong now. It's almost impossible to get players out of it. You see people like Wrexham signing the Burton Albion player. Rumours was it was $500,000. I don't think it was quite $500,000, but still the pull of that is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Like there's teams in this league down in the bottom, obviously Dover are in a bit of a different situation. There's teams in this league that wouldn't even be able to spend $5 grand on a player, realistically, 10 grand on a player, and you've got teams spending 60 times that on a player that's going to come in and he's going to be good. He's going to be good. So
yeah,
it just makes it difficult. It does, but I didn't think anyone would leave, and I thought if anything was going to happen, it'd be a desperate team that missed out on someone last minute, and they wanted a striker or someone creative like Ruben to come in. But no, I think we are much stronger than we were at the start of the season now. And Parsons has gone. What do you think to that?
A little bit disappointing, I think. I feel like he didn't really get a good run at things, did he? Because the postponements came while he was here. He got COVID, didn't he? And he was out for a little while. So he never really got a clear shot at the opportunity to fulfill the games, I suppose. So yeah, a bit disappointing. And I know he was a little bit disappointed, wasn't he, for the same reasons. So it's just one of those things, isn't it? That's football.
Yeah, it is. Ian said, did we see that Christian Dennis signed for Carlisle? He was available. Obviously, he's available because he's gone. Great player. Great player. And I feel like if he was in this side, the way we try and put it around in the box, I think he would have been deadly. I don't know how old he is now. If anyone could just let me know how old he is.
I'd hazard a guess and say 28.
28. I'm going 30.
He's
not. Surely he's not 30. Someone will tell us, George. Someone will let us know how old Dennis is. I'd have had him back in a heartbeat. Where would he have fit in the team? I don't know.
No, he's 31.
31. I almost knew it. I knew it wouldn't be 30. Yeah. I mean, he's been away from Notts a couple of seasons now, hasn't he? Not really done it at St Mirren. I'd have definitely had him. I'd have definitely had him in my side. In this division, class. Yeah, it would have been very, very good. If we don't go up, do you think better off seeing Wrexham or Stockport go up to balance the league? I don't know. Stockport are ridiculous. They've scored 50 goals in the last 20 games. 50 goals in 20 games.
Yeah, they're
that's mad.
Crazy run. Yeah.
They have Chesterfield. I was looking at this fixture. They have Chesterfield on Tuesday night. A few months ago, we'd have been saying, I hope Stockport win that. Now,
yeah,
I'm thinking, I don't even know. I don't want Stockport to win that game.
Yeah, draw.
A draw would be perfect. And I know Stockport have Dover at home this weekend, which if they don't beat Dover, I'm not even going to make a bet about it because, I think they're going to beat Dover, and that just.
The question is, what's more likely, that Dover to beat Stockport or Chickson to get a hat trick?
Chickson hat trick. I can't see any way that Dover even score against Stockport. Yeah. Not the form they're in. It'll be like a training session. So we'll just be keeping tabs with them this week, but then Tuesday night, hopefully make some ground on them. Hopefully make some ground. I want to talk about Cal Roberts. And I was looking back at the season. I think more than ever, we need to now begin to. He needs to be in his favoured position. I think. I really, really believe that. Kings Lily was unreal. Changed the game himself. Came out second half, and you could just see as soon as he got the ball, taking players on. I think we need to alter a little bit to give him more freedom on that wing, or let him sit out on that wing, because he's not been up to like the standard we know he is, and I don't think that's his ability-wise. I think it's just the way he's been playing.
Yeah, I agree. I think you like you sort of alluded to there, the Kings Lynn. The second half was, first half he was put wing back. Second half he was put in his preferred winger position, right wing, wasn't he? And it was literally like the Cal Roberts that we all remember from when we first signed him. So if you can light it up like that, playing in that position and create chances, score, you got a hat trick in less than 20 minutes. It's unbelievable. And does it come to a point where we should start putting him in his preferred position? I think it is sort of getting that way, because to me it seems like we create more when he's in that position. We obviously score more when he's in that position. So why not give it a chance from the start of the game? I know it'd sort of maybe go against the way we're set up for this season, because obviously we've sort of got the squad for a 3-5-2 with the wing backs. But sometimes you just got to go with what works. And for me personally, I just feel like Cal on the wing, it does work, and I'd like to see it a little bit more. I'm
now in the 4-3-3 camp.
I think I'm edging that way.
If we'd won the last 2 games, you'd have been thinking, if you look like, if not sort of won or got a win against Wilson and a draw against Bromley, you'd have been thinking to yourself, why would we change things? But things haven't been going well. We didn't start very well against Kingsley. We had to scrape that back. Eastleigh, a bit different, went behind, but that was slopping us at a corner. I think we go 4-3-3 and attack teams, because when we attack teams, they can't damage us. Like we're so attacking, they are pushed right back. They're pushed right back, and you've got the pace. We've seen Richardson's pace, Taylor's pace. It'll be hard to break on us. It really will. It means someone would have to drop out, but I think we've got the midfield for that now as well. With a 4-3-3 or a 4-2-3-1, mainly 4-3-3, you can get Cal Roberts, Ruben, Brunt. You can get them on the pitch. Get all on the pitch at the same time. In the 3-5-2, I don't think it's balanced out enough, personally.
Yeah,
it would mean a centre back dropping out though, and that's where it'll get tricky. Because I like Richard Brindley, but would Richard Brindley play in the 2? Probably. You can't push him out wide because of Richardson.
Yeah, no, he's not fighting over Richardson.
So that's where it's difficult.
Yeah, and the problem is as well, I feel like over recent weeks we've sort of been struggling with the conceding element as well as the scoring element, So I just feel like there's got to be some tweaks here and there somewhere. So why not change it? I've seen someone's put in play 4-2-3-1. Chris, doesn't seem like too much of a bad idea, because it's not too dissimilar to 4-3-3, is it? Because you'd still have your sort of wingers. So yeah, I'd be there for that, and then you'll have your sort of 2 midfield covers in front of the back 4 to sort of allow for the fullbacks to advance a little bit more. So yeah, I just think change it a little bit.
But what about this? Sorry, what about this that Ellis said? She's not sure Rodriguez and Roberts work together on the pitch. It's a tricky one, because at the minute, the last few games, it's not really clicked. I genuinely thought Roberts and Rodriguez would make this division look ridiculous. But I'd say 3 or 4 games now, Rodriguez not quite been on it, and that's why they're at this level. I'm not saying anything against him. There's every player. Look, Wharton went 13 games without scoring. You know, players have bad games, obviously, and Rodriguez is just a blip. We know how much of a good player he is. Roberts is flashing out this season. Do they work together?
Yeah, I think so. I think given sort of the right opportunity, I definitely think so. I mean, you just got to look at Kings Lynn for me. I thought they worked quite well together that in that second half.
Yeah, exactly. In that second half at 4-3-3.
Yeah, so I think given the right formation, the right positions, I can't see why not. And I do think Frank Vincent has a massive part to play in that second half as well. The way that they were linking up top. So it's not just those two individually. You know, it's the players that are around them that make the difference as well.
Yeah, it is. Chris says, if we keep doing the same thing away from home, especially, we'll expect the same outcomes. I think someone's put in the chat, and I think it is 4 wins from 12 away. If I can get those on top of my head, you obviously got the Kings Lynn away, you've got the Grimsby away, you've got the Barnet away, and then I knew one to slip my mind. There's another away in there, away victory in there, I think. Yeah, completely slipped my mind at the minute. Someone
who have you said? Yeovil, Barnet.
Oh no, I didn't say Yeovil. We went to Yeovil as well. Flogged it. Yeovil, Barnet, Kings Lynn, Grimsby. 4 wins from 12 isn't good enough. The home form's fantastic, and that's why I think we'll do really well in these next 2 games. At home, we are brilliant. I think we've overcome that thing of teams want to come here and play well. Obviously, they're going to come here and play well, but we've done really well this season. Stockport played them off the park. You know, really good disciplined performance. Wrexham, you know, their fans. You're playing a team that would be high on adrenaline. You know, feeling hard done by. Their fans are there. Played them off the park really, really well. Away from home, this is where I worry. We went away from home. 3-5-2, 5-3-2, whatever you want to call it. But first half, we're poor, really, really poor. Second half, we do come out. I think we just need to attack teams because we have. I would honestly say, if you look at the attacking players from the midfield and the strikers, we've got as good an attacking force as any team in this league, if not better. I genuinely think we're better than Wrexham attacking wise. You know, they've got Palmer, they're brought in, and Mullard up front, but we've literally got Rodriguez, Roberts, Brunt. I've not even mentioned Eli Sam yet. You know, we're 20 minutes into the episode. I think we have to go to teams and attack. Definitely, that football in the second half. You nearly killed yourself at Kings Lynn away.
Jesus, yeah. Was it the first or second goal?
First goal.
I think it was the first, wasn't it? Yeah. There's a steel beam right above my head. And I jumped and literally I felt it like hit the hairs on the side of my head. If I was an inch to the left, honestly, I'm not even exaggerating when I say this, I'd have at least been knocked out because I went about half a foot higher than the beam. Like all that force, oh my God, it could have been bad.
And that's what the 4-3-3 did for you.
Yeah, exactly.
Was
not healthy, but it's great football.
No, I want to play devil's advocate. I do see the benefits of the 5 at the back. I do see it. It means Brindley can play. And the amount of times we've seen Brindley as the last man with his pace to make it look easy, it means Richardson and Taylor can get very much further forward.
Yeah, but if it means scoring more goals and winning games, I'm not really too held up on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's why Birchner was there for the tactics anyway. Yeah, definitely. But it'll be interesting to see how we go. At home, I feel much more confident. Ian says, I thought we had a better first half than second at Bromley. Yeah, I mean, seen the highlights, obviously listened to the game because we couldn't make it. First half seemed like we should have been 2 or 3 up if that's the case here, let me know. But definitely should have been a lot further, well, not further ahead. We should have been ahead. We have great midfielders and attacks. We just seem to take so long to get it forward. Yeah, not even mentioned Kara Mitchell in that attacking lineup. Yeah, it will come, and we've seen in games when it comes, it's ridiculous. I think we will. Personally, the way I've reflected from this could be different at 5:30 on Saturday, but the way I've reflected and the way I've been thinking about how things are going in the season, the games we've got coming up, I think we're going to have a good end to the season. I do think we're going to have a good end to the season. It's going to be interesting end to the season.
Yeah.
Very, very interesting. Speaking of interesting, if you haven't already voted on your favourite type of potato, You've got to get it in. It's a solid question. Solid question. How many votes are we at this week? Well over 40 votes at the minute. Massive for such an important topic. Let's have a look then. Let's have a look. We briefly talked about Grimsby. Let's have more of a look. The only game that I've been to that you haven't this season, for a bouncy castle party. Do you regret
that? No.
You don't regret it?
Oh, the Bytes castle was great.
2 hours on the bouncy castle, but you missed Rodriguez score the stunner. I was vlogging on my own.
It was great.
You know with the vlog, it works when we vlog. We've won every game we've vlogged this season in the league. And I was a bit nervous, vlogging on my own. Is it going to break the hoodoo? But it didn't, and we got the win. And I was watching it again earlier today. It brings back what an away goal. So, how do you see this game on Saturday? Grimsby are in absolute freefall, bar a recent victory. Still a threat, yes, they are. But how much, George?
Not enough to beat Notts, I don't think. Willing to eat my words on that one. I think we'll beat them. We look so assured at home. It's a completely different team, really, aren't we? Remember at home.
Yeah.
I think they're really going to struggle. But in saying that, they're bringing a lot of fans. They've filled out their allocation, haven't they? Set to be the biggest attendance of away fans. 2,500 they're sold, aren't they?
Yeah.
So that is a fantastic effort from Grimsby. Fair play to them. It's a decent journey, isn't it? About 2 hours. Yeah. But yeah, no, I just think we've got to win this game. We can't have 3 results where we've not got a win. 3 games consecutively without a win is not anywhere near automatic promotion form.
Yeah, so Grimsby is 17th in the away form table. The only teams worse off than Grimsby: Dover, Kings Lynn, Maidenhead, Eastleigh, Weymouth, and Wealdstone. Grimsby, who are at the top of the league, that's pretty shocking. Home form, not 6th in the home form. We've only played 11 games. Top of Bromley with 14 games. They've got 32 points from 14. We have 26 points from 11. So, win the home games that we've got over them in that little form table. We're easily the best side in the division at home. The football we see at home, whether it's we just... teams get... Very rarely do you see an away team. You see home teams, really, that are putting the points on the board. But I do think we're going to have too much, personally. They had one player, and if you went to the Grimsby game, you'll know, because you wouldn't have really seen it on the highlights. I think it was Souza, was absolutely unbelievable for Grimsby. Now, I don't know if he's been playing in recent games. I'll try and have a quick look. He was ridiculous. I'm trying to have a look for him now. Erico Souza, Portuguese, 26 years old. I remember him from, it used to be at Accrington. Yeah, he's been playing games. George, if he played, I know you didn't see him, if he plays, wow. Serious player. But only 1 goal to his name this season. Should have had more. Very good player. That's the only player that worries me massively, I think. But I think we'll have too much. And then Barnet on Tuesday. We've already briefly spoken about Barnet. We'll obviously go over our team in a minute. If we get the win against Grimsby, do you just keep it the same with the amount of games that are coming up? Or it's right at the start of the run, isn't it?
Yeah, like you just said, the start of the run, I think you keep it the same unless there's any knocks, obviously. I can't see why you change it. If there's tired legs in there, then definitely. But I just think you got to sort of seize the game that's in front of you and try not to think too far ahead. Take it a game at a time. Try not to worry too much about runs and stuff like that, because I think you can get tied up in it all, can't you? And that just adds pressure. So I just think to take it a game at a time. I know that's really cliche, but I think that's what we should do.
Yeah, 100%. Big one on Saturday, and obviously people in the chat are talking about the attendance. A few people saying roughly they think maybe 9,000 to 10,000. Always a good attendance. I remember being completely shocked at Solihull when it was 12,000. You? Yeah. I didn't think it was anywhere near 12,000.
No, I didn't. We said it though, didn't we? We didn't think we'd quite done it, but we smashed it. We smashed it.
Yeah, we did. So obviously that attendance, it's a big day as well for the club. Obviously it's going to be an emotion day. We thought it was going to be the Barnet game on the Friday night. Didn't happen. Obviously the Barnet game was cancelled for COVID and injuries not having enough, even though Barnet wanted to play. It will be emotional, won't it, on Saturday, George?
Yeah, without a doubt. Without a doubt.
Yeah, and I know the programs. I've seen a few people asking if the programs can still be purchased. I know they went online, so I would imagine they can still be purchased, definitely. But it's going to be a good day, remembering Colin as well, and I think the Knox players can feed off that, because if there's anything he's going to have wanted, it would be a victory. You know,
Yeah.
At home, a game that he would have been, happy to commentate on. Good Knox performance, something that we've all heard him commentate on over the years. So I think Saturday is going to be something I hope the players can feed off, and we can just give a very good send off as well, and just get medley rocking as well. Grimsby capped at 2,500, so only about how many knots can bring in. Yeah, close to 10k, I think, somewhere around that 10k mark, definitely. Line-up time. George, what formation are you going?
4-3-3.
I agree, 4-3-3 now, definitely.
Yeah.
In goal.
I think get Jaros in.
Do you?
Yeah.
I mean, the video today, I know someone's put that our goalkeeping coach looks like a taskmaster. I really like what he was saying. It made sense. Like, you've got to be very, very motivated to be a goalkeeping coach, because as you see there, they might be on the training pitch with him, Brooks, Yaros, and Slocum for 3-4 hours, just those four, and he's the motivator there.
Yeah.
You've got to be very good. And I like what he was saying. There was an instant when the ball came into the box, and is it Tom Wheel, isn't it, the goalkeeping coach? Got the ball under control, but it sort of bounced to one side, and Tiernan Brooks came out, and he sort of says, Tiernan, why did you come out when I didn't have the ball under control? He said, if I got the ball under control, as soon as you see the attacker with the ball under control at his feet, then you rush out to him. And it makes so much sense. It makes a lot of sense. And he's sort of drilling that into them. And the whole thing was about, the whole 9 minutes was pretty much about what decision is the correct decision to make. And he was giving very, very good praise. When there was a right decision being made, the praise and it was warranted as well. So if you have got 9 minutes, when you're in the bath or cooking dinner, have a look at it. Very, very good, I think. And I think he'll be good. He'll be good. He's saying how good Yaros is as well. He's come in. So Yaros in goal for both of us, yeah?
Yeah.
Back four. I'm going to go Richardson, Taylor, Lacey, Cameron.
Yeah, agree.
It leaves Brinley out, but I would like to see that back four.
Yeah, me too.
Natural centre backs. No. Max says, I don't think Slocum did anything wrong. I agree, but I just think Birchnell wants the keeper to play out from the back. He's had the time to settle in that. So I agree. I don't like taking players out when they've not really done anything to warrant being removed from the squad, but I think that's what Birchnell will go for. Midfield, George.
I already thought about this one, but I will think about it quickly. Matty Palmer, Frank Vincent, they're guarantees for me. I'm going to say Ed Francis.
Oh, yeah. That's a shock. That's a shock.
I just think he's a...
How much is he giving you? How much is he paying you? Come on.
Nothing. I just think he's a class player, so underrated. So underrated. Like, you look at our midfield, to be fair, our midfield's a joke. We've got some absolutely incredible midfielders. But yeah, no, Ed Francis for me.
Not Ed Francis for me. But I do agree he's better at home. I think if you're controlling the game, he's a player you want to have in there. So possibly Barnet. But I would have Palmer. I mean, I literally don't need to say Palmer. I'd have Palmer, Vincent, and Brunt, I think. That's what I go for.
Fair enough.
Out on the wing, on the right, Carl Roberts. Yeah. If I'm Birchall, I'm saying to Roberts, look, their fans are going to be up for it. Start running out and get the Notts fans up for it. Silence them straight away. I would hate to be a fullback. I would hate to be a fullback playing Carl Roberts out of form. If playing Carl Roberts, bang in form, confident in a game, for me, that's frightening. Get Carl Roberts on the ball. Other side, I'd play Ruben. I'd say to Ruben, you can sort of come in. And then I would go for Wootton up top. And a lot of people saying Nemain, I would have Nemain off the bench. I've said it before. If we see the Nemain that played at Yeovil away, he'll rip it up.
Yeah, he will. It's class.
What are you going for as your front three?
Cal on the right, Ruben on the left, Wharton in the middle.
Going back, Carl says Grimsby is massive. Don't get me wrong, they're a decent side. We need 3 points. Can't afford any more slip-ups. My dad knows someone that's a Grimsby fan. And they were talking recently, and he said, this league's difficult, isn't it? And he's saying, at the start of the season, and even when we got relegated, we thought we were going to walk the league. The way we started the season, we thought this league was easier. We're going to walk it. They've had a massive reality check, haven't they? Huge reality check. And I feel like theirs has gone to the point now where it's, yes, they got a win, but theirs is a slide that, it's not easily recoverable. The teams have lost to, obviously, good teams. Wrexham, Bromley, Halifax, but they've lost some shockers in there. They really have. Games that they would desperately be expecting to win. Wealdstone, Aldershot. So I think they're a team that we just have to take advantage of, 100%. Definitely. Charlie, 4 of the teams above us play each other Saturday and Tuesday. We need to capitalise on that. Yeah, that's why this week is so important for us. So important. Should we go prediction or should we go for the poll?
Go for a prediction.
Let's go for the prediction. Then when you're putting your guys' predictions in, we'll do the poll. Okay. So, you can go first. I'm a gentleman. And we didn't include your Dauphin was in the vote.
Yeah, no, it's all right. Well, I'll let it slide now you've done that. So Grimsby, I think it's going to be 3-1, and I think they're going to score first. Carl, Ruben are wanting to score. And then Barnet, 2-0. Ruben to get 2.
You think?
Yeah.
I'm going to go 2-0 Knots. I think whoever plays in goal will have a good game because I think they're going to be a side that really are buoyed by their fans very, very much. But I think we're going to have too much. I think we're going to see Kyle Roberts double. I think we're going to see Kyle Roberts double, definitely.
Some great predictions in there already.
Yeah, a few people saying they're surprised that Hurst is still there. I mean, there must have been some pressure. Yeah, Carl says, bang on the money there, Tom. I remember after we beat them away, their fans were still expecting to walk the league. They literally were. Hang on, is this allowed? Are we allowed a 4-1 Chickson hat-trick and a 5-0 Chickson? I don't think we're allowed 2 Chickson hat-tricks. I think
in a week?
It's in the small print. I don't think we're allowed that.
He said Callum is.
Is he allowed?
Yeah.
Oh, fair enough. You're so kind. We've got Chris there with 2-1. Hang on, before I start showing them, go to the results of the potato poll, George.
Right, I've had 47 votes then. You've got 3 seconds to get your votes in if you haven't already. I'm going to give you 3 seconds. Your time's up. There's no more votes. 47 votes then. With 26%, we've got mashed potatoes. 34% roast potatoes. 30% chips. And 11%, a measly 11% said hash browns.
Can I just say, only the premium content on this channel.
It's only premium, yeah.
We've got a grown man there having a little laugh at the word mashed potato. Thursday night.
No, it's just not how I saw my Thursday night going. Like asking our followers what kind of potatoes they like.
Go on, George. Where were you in that?
I can't remember now. You took mine away, didn't you?
Yeah.
I'm not just. I don't even think I have not voted. Oh yeah, I have. Roast potatoes.
I'm going to tell you something now, and this is a little life hack for anyone. You know those Sundays when you just don't.
Your last life hack was putting boiling hot water on your frozen windscreen. So I can't wait to hear this.
Not boiling water, honestly.
You said boiling.
No. Honestly, right. This is when you've not been shopping. It's the day before you come back from shopping. You want nothing in for lunch, right?
Okay. Yeah.
The other day, I'm getting dizzy thinking about this. Trust me on this. Looked in the freezer. What have I got? Hash brown cob. I kid you not. God. Hash brown cob. If anyone's had a hash brown cob, put it in the chat because that changed my life. It is, but it sorted me out on a Sunday. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. It really did sort me out. Unbelievable food.
Would you ever consider having a cob if things are really desperate?
No, I would like to try one of those Wigan
Wigan
cobs
kebabs.
where they put a pie in the cob.
Yeah, class.
I'd have that. Hash brown. There we go. Hash brown cob. Get all the sauce on it. Red sauce. Sorted. Absolute sorted. Hang on. If Callum said, then it's a thing. It's a thing. Right, we'll have a look at your predictions because that's enough talk. I need to go and make a hash brown cob for my supper. Because it's world class. I'll drop one at your door.
All right.
Ian says 2-1. Watson Rube. It'd be good to get Ruben scoring again. Chris 3-1 knots. Kyle. Andrew 1-0 knots. Roberts. Obviously, we've got some of the Barnet scores in there as well. Max says 2-0 and 3-1. 5 goals at home in a matter of days would be good. 2-0, Brunt and Rodriguez. I would like to see Brunt. I would definitely like to see Brunt. Get in there as well. There's quite a few. I mean, I'm trying to wade through all of the people telling me how elite hash brown cobs are. 1-0, then 2-0. 2-0, then 4-0 against Barnet. And people very, very confident. No one predicted anything but a victory. So very, very. I mean, to say we haven't scored in the last 2 games, with the chances we've had, fans have travelled to both games, and we've still got this much confidence. Goes to show that the fans are still massively behind the side, massively behind the side. That wraps up episode 26 of the Pavis Perspective, powered by Better Bytes Computers. As I said, giveaways coming away very soon. If you want to visit the website for Better Bytes, computer repair shop, Mapley, you can have a look in the description. And also, we will be doing a giveaway. It won't be a mug, but it will be something a little bit better coming in the next few weeks. Just going to put that out there. I think you're
fair play.
You're not just a fan of that, are you, George?
I'd like to know what Ian voted for, seeing that Jackie Potato wasn't there.
Well, it's a way to end the episode.
That's way.
It's a way to end the episode. I know people are travelling up to the game. I've just been speaking to Shane on Twitter direct messages. He's the winner of our mug. He was supposed to get the mug offers at the Barnet game, and he's come all the way from the south coast. I think he got to Newark. If you're watching, Shane, let us know. Got to Newark and the game was called off. He's travelling up again, so fingers crossed that goes. And it'll be great to meet you at 2:15. I think we're meeting him to give him one of our mugs. So it's just going to be. I'm excited to be back at the lane. Buzzing.
I'm buzzing.
Ian,
right.
We'll leave
we can
it
end the episode now. Yeah, we can end it.
Fantastic. Thank you everyone for watching. If you have enjoyed the video and the potato talk, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel.